to your success in closing the sale. Number one, selling is a transference of feeling. If I can make you feel about my product like I feel about my product, if there's any way on earth you are going to buy my product. Now, Willie Dorsey, the great spiritual singer, puts it this way: brother, if you're going to be convincing, then you've got to be convinced. In other words, you transfer that feeling to others that your product, goods, or services are good. Now, there's a myth that's an absolute fallacy, and that is that a good salesperson can sell anybody anything. That's a con artist. A good salesperson, a professional, one who wants to build a career instead of just making a sale, clearly understands that you've got to have a conviction that what you're selling is in the best interest of that person who's buying. That way you render a service. That's what selling really is all about. Second point I'd like to make is simply this: prospects don't change their mind. Now, I know what many of you are thinking, but in reality, they make a new decision based on the new information which you give them. That's the reason the professional salesperson has a storehouse of additional information, because when the prospect says no, they're really saying no based on what they K-N-O-W. Now, you let them know more, and good closing involves education, then they're going to be knowing more and consequently buying more. Number three, the kind of person you are is critically important. A Harvard study recently reveals this: that the people who gain the most usable information from a presentation such as this one take good notes. That's number one. And number two, when it's over, they get with an associate or their boss or their trainer or their manager, and they brainstorm. So as you watch and listen, ask yourself these questions: how can I adapt and use this material old Zig's sharing with me in my career so that I can sell more today and be able to sell more tomorrow to the same people? Now, tell you what, let's do. Let's go to that live audience. Totally convinced that our major need in America today is leadership in the home. Goodness alive. All right. Okay. Thank you. Well, my goodness. Thank you very much. Okay. Sometimes when people stand up on me before I get started, I'm afraid they're about to leave me, so I'm glad to see you sit down. Now, I'm going to be asking questions as we go along. The first three closes involve selling you on what you do. Now, selling, and so I call this one the persuasion close. As I ask you these questions, some of them are kind of simple, but please do me a favor and respond to them. How many of you sell a pretty good product? Can I see your hands, please? All right. How many of you sell a extraordinarily good product? Can I see your hand? How many of you, ladies and gentlemen, sell a product that serves or solves a problem? Can I see your hand? How many of you believe that when you sell a product that solves a problem, you deserve a profit? How many of you believe that to sell two products that solve two problems, you deserve two profits? Can I see your hand? Okay. In other words, you believe that when you render a service, you deserve to be paid for it. Is that what you're saying? And what you're saying is, the more people I help, the more problems I solve, the more profit I deserve. Isn't that really what you're saying there? Okay, now I don't want to put words in your mouth because that's not sanitary. But that really is what you're selling or saying, all right? Now, how many of you have been selling for as long as a year? Can I see your hand? All right. How many of you still got all of the money that you've earned in the last 12 months? Can I see your hands? Okay. Let me ask you a question. How many